entire store stood still. I didn't hear anything except silence. And the words kept coming to my heart and my mind. How silently, the wondrous gift is given. A baby. Christmas. And so we come to that manger today as wise men, as angels, as shepherds, and I don't know what your role is. We come loved to the manger. I felt an incredible love that I had not felt in many, many years at that particular moment. I felt the power of God's hope and His peace in a way I needed it in that particular moment and in that particular time. And I left the store a different person than when I walked in. I left there loving because I was loved. Now, enter communion. Isaiah, Christmas, communion. I remember running to the river to be baptized. It was a cold October morning. I was 11 years old. I'd wanted to be baptized for months and months and months. I grew up on the prairies of western Montana, and there weren't appointees or ministers anywhere nearby. I ran all over those prairies in the summer, and I drove 22 miles to the nearest town. And so my experiences with God had been in nature, had been in the beauty of the western horizon, which was the Rocky Mountains and the great American plains on the east. And I had felt a commitment to follow Christ from the time I was a small child, and yet we didn't even have a church congregation in this community. And my family was a divided family. My father was Presbyterian, my mother was Community of Christ. There was a great deal of stress because it was at a time not unlike this, when we just didn't understand each other's religions, and we didn't understand who each other believed. And people would bring things to my dad, and he would say, no, you're not ever going there, and no, you're not going there. And my mom went to God in prayer. And God sent a man by the name of Freeman Storms and his family to a small town in Montana named Cut Bank, Montana. And he began the Go Ye and Teach series, and I responded. I responded to a call greater than myself, not because of who I am, but because of whose I am, because of who I belong to, because of the power of God in my life, and because of His love. And I became a member of the Community of Christ Church, which I still believe to this day is called with mission and vision for hope and peace and love and joy. So why do I come? I come here for forgiveness for sin. I come here to renew my covenant that I am going to follow God, that I am going to respond to His call in my life, that I am going to be the best that I can be. And when I'm rotten, which I am, just ask the students who have a 300 problem test tomorrow. I can go and say, I'm sorry. I can go and apologize. And I can go and say, I goofed. Because I do. And sometimes, as my wonderful husband would say, I'm just plain ornery. And that's true. Yeah, you know, Matt. So we come here tired, hurt, discouraged, frustrated, and forgiven, and loved. We come here loved in a way that is like no other. We come to this moment recognizing the power of God in our life and that we're going to be different as a result of this experience because we have been loved. We are loved, and that's why we love. The enduring principle of the community of Christ that is evident today in all my belief in this Isaiah, Christmas, and communion is the blessing of community. In the sacredness and stillness of this moment, Elizabeth Connor assures us that in our deepest discouragement, in our deepest tiredness, in our deepest hopelessness, that the deepest prayer is nothing but love. I come to this moment knowing the power of God's love. I come loved, and I want to respond because of that. Our hope of Christ and the hope of Christ's presence in us is love. And we cannot help but respond when we feel the deep power of His love. How silently the wondrous gift is given. How God imparts to human hearts the wonders of His heaven. May God bless us as we love.